Hey Crackbook, Twitter, and this will be up on my YouTube later. Sorry it's dark in here, but I'm not in the mood to stand in the kitchen and get upset and pace around, so I'm sitting in the living room and I don't particularly want my blinds open today. Been a bit of a strange day this morning. I'd just like to say hello to everybody who is here today and everybody who's helping me with this video to overcome what's happened today. It's arrived. My ransom note with no ransom. My kidnap letter with no plans of returning my children. Lots of clues. And actually Mark is here. Mark might be able to help me because Mark was at Save the Family, and also Mark might be able to identify some of these places for me. Because obviously my kids are somewhere in Wales still. I got up this morning and as always I Twitter stalked Dean for another account, and he'd put up a song and I was like, wow, wow, is this actually Dean and saying something to me? And then I tried to ring him, I did the 3 rings and it went down, and I thought, fuck you cunt then, obviously not for me. Later I found out that actually Dean had unblocked me off Twitter, and the song was for me. But I went into a fuck you attitude. Let's get on with the day. I woke up with a really achy body today. I felt like the Tin Man. I couldn't get going today. And then I've had thousands of people walking past my window today. Everybody either in their phones, the council going on, and it was just too much. At 4 o'clock today, I'm going to get Graham's stuff, which I've been holding the fort since the day they were going to evict Graham from here. And all his stuff is in his other house. And as I've told you, Graham was the greatest sports producer for the snooker in the times of Alex Higgins and all of that in the 1970s, 80s, 90s. And I had a meeting and I spoke with Jason yesterday, and his granddad is Pete Parsons, and he is willing to help me and support me, and they appreciate the help that I'm giving Graham. So we're going to go and get all Graham's albums and label all his LPs, everything that's in the house, all his rest of the films to go up on the great stage. And as you know, Graham turns up at 11 o'clock and he was different. One, he'd obviously wet himself last night and was obviously covered in urine, but he was different. He was a man who had lost everything. He was just, had nothing to say. He just sat, I just put my arms around him and he just, cried and just said, thank you for being my friend. And I said, are you okay, Craig? He said, no, I miss my Jenny. They've taken everything from him just because he ended up an alcoholic. Becoming an alcoholic doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you a criminal. It makes you somebody with so much trauma. This man has grown up as an aristocrat kid with, his father, a big barrister and lord, and his mother, the lady who was like the lady in waiting for Queen, the old Queen, the mother of the Queen. And I'm still going to help Graham, and I still need to push through today. So I took the boys for their little walk that I do prior to their 12:30 sleep. And we go take the bikes off and we just go around the block and things. And the boys were going up and down the hallway when we came back. And all of a sudden I heard a clunk. And I always check the hallway to make sure the boys haven't pressed the lift door. So it gives me a chance to run in and try and tidy up while the boys are in the hallway. Just before they go to bed, make sure the bedroom's tidy and, the lunch is washed up and stuff and things. And then the postman was there. And I saw the yellow orange sticker, and I started shaking. My adoption letter comes every October, but I usually spend the whole of October in neurotic mess waiting for this letter to turn up. Elijah and Shiloh were asleep in bed, by the way. And as soon as I saw it, I didn't know what to do. Couldn't open it. I couldn't throw it away. I just froze. I just thought, shit, there's information in this letter and it's going to change me today for the rest of my life again. I've never, ever, ever, ever read out any of the letters that I have got for Aaron and Faith. And I have never, ever, ever posted them because I protect them, because I don't want them to ever stop me from getting these letters. It's the only thing that I have that keeps me connected to Aaron and Faith and keeps me knowing how they're growing, what they're doing, what they're up to. But something has happened to my daughter. Something that happened to me. Something that I did too. And I need to read this letter because I can't create and personalize and create something in my own mind that is not true right now. But after I was raped as a kid, I cut my hair off and I started wearing football stuff and I became a boy. It was my way of protecting me, to fight like a boy. My daughter has cut her hair off and started wearing football tops and becoming a boy. And she's been taken off to Trinidad by herself with somebody called Granny. By herself. Why would someone take my daughter by herself? Why would they not go as a family? Why would they not take Aaron as well? Why would they just take Faith? So I have a lot of feelings right now. I have a lot of hurt right now. I have a lot of pain right now. I have a lot of triggers going off right now. I have a lot of sadness going on right now. I have a lot of guilt because my children should be with me. And I never, ever, ever fucking deserved what happened to my family at Save the Family. Save the Family. Save the Family. Mould, Flintshire Council, Flintshire County Council, PC Stephen Lawrence. And I tell you what, I'm going to have that woman at Save the Family one day. It's going to be a real great experience and pleasure one day. Revenge is served best when it's cold. And I'm waiting for my day where these people suffer. And they will suffer because it won't be my karma. It will be theirs. I won't have to touch them. I won't have to do anything to them. All I have to keep doing is speaking my truth. Aaron and Faith were kidnapped from Save the Family. I arrived in an Audi A3 to a 2-year contract. I lived in a safe place for that particular time while I sorted my shit out thanks to their father, who fucked us over completely and left me and the kids in a situation that we faced eviction. We got completely fucking fucked over and I had to go to Save the Family to protect me and my children. Protect me and my children. They stitched me up, fucked me over, ripped me and my children apart, took my kids off me, had my car removed off me, evicted me from the fucking property, took everything that I own, every significant thing that I have. They took my business from me, they took my reputation from me, they took my heart. They took my heart and they twisted it and they threw it and they ripped it to pieces. But you know what? I'm still here. And I get stronger, harder, faster every day. The network gets bigger and bigger and bigger, to the point they're even training up their own police ready for the direct action that's coming towards them. And it's coming. It's coming. It is National Adoption Week, and Amber has managed to get what the theme of this being, that she contacts them and chats very nicely to them for us. The theme is to find families quicker. So this October, they're going to be going even bigger and moving them faster and taking them even quicker. And if we don't take direct action on this, these devil claw people are going to keep taking our kids. They are going to keep taking the souls of our kids, and they're going to keep destroying our families, and they're going to keep brainwashing us, and they're going to keep fucking trying to keep us into some systematic, fanatic fucking Babylon state. And if we don't rise up, and if we don't say no, and if we keep tolerating the abuse that is happening, Graham came to the Roberts Centre with his partner of 27 years for help. And he has been abused, and all they want off him is his £40 every 2 weeks for the service charges for somebody to clean the hallway who doesn't even come. Raping him every time he's paid his money, taking 40 quid off of him for service charges we shouldn't even be paying for. They ain't interested in Graham. They're not interested in the fact that they've destroyed a relationship of 27 years. They're not interested that they've left Graham a complete and utter broken man. Well, I have a love for Graham. So does Dean. Dean has also met and spent a lot of time with Graham. We've both sat up next to him when he's been covered in urine, when he's out of his head, when he's crying his eyes out and doesn't know what to do with his life right now because he's a broken man. Too many broken men out there. Too many men with women, nasty, evil women. Yeah, my Dean is one of these men that have had women alienate and brainwash children against them. Where this care system, just 2 seconds. Let me just define the word care. There's a dictionary, care. Hang on. What does care mean? To provide is what is necessary for health, wealth, welfare, maintenance, and protection of someone or something. The care of the elderly, keep safe, supervision, custody, charge, protection, keep, there's more. Serious attention or consideration applied to doing something correct or to avoid risk of damage. The verb of it, to feel concerned or interested, attached importance to something, look after and provide for the needs of. To provide the needs of. Care. The care system. Social. Let's define the word social now, shall we? What does social mean? Relating to society or its organisation. Funny enough, alcoholism is recognised as a major social problem. Alcohol is recognised as a major social problem. Alcohol is the only legalised drug in this country, yet it is the biggest problem. Needing companion and therefore best suited to living in communities. An informal social gathering, especially by ones organised by a member of a particular club or group, a church, short for social security. Not everybody on social and taking drugs. It says that's what's there. So yet again, we define social means that somebody is putting a support system around you, social, within your community. And they do this because they care and they are helping you meet your needs. That is what social care means. That is not what social care do. Because the people who work for social care, define the word work, are paid to do what they do. I'm not paid to help Graham in any way, shape or form. Yes, I'm going to benefit 10% because we have a business arrangement too. Graham as a person, I care for. Graham as a business, there is an opportunity, but I care that he succeeds in what it is that he wants to do. And I'm a coach and I bridge the gaps and I expand the boxes and I close the gaps from where you are to where you want to be. And I will stay with Graham. And I hope to God that one day Graham is sober and actually is able to sit and tell his story of how he became a Lord's son and fell into the Roberts Centre as an alcoholic. And I hope to God he gets to tell his story. But this is my story. The kidnap of Aaron and Faith. Bear with me. I may cry. I may get angry. I may break down. I may want to kill people, but I would never destroy or rip this letter up, because this is all I have of Aaron and Faith. Now, are you ready? October 2019. Dear Kelly, we hope that this letter finds you well. We cannot believe that another year has passed and Aaron and Faith keep growing. We often get asked if they are twins, as Faith is very tall and mature for her age. Aaron still doesn't like school much, but he's very popular still and has a good group of friends. He likes to cycle around the local area. He's extremely gifted in computing. At school, they had a project to write a program. To write a program, get a figure to move. Not only did he do that, he also made it talk, which the teacher didn't know the program could do. Daniel was a bit like this. He's always messing around on the computer consoles and computers. Aaron is one moment away from finding his mum. Aaron is good at school. If he tried a little bit harder, he would be the top of his class. His favourite things are Minecraft and Pokemon still. So his Minecraft and Pokemon would be very, very, very established now. So if there's anybody out there, and I have a friend actually who has a son who's on Pokemon and Minecraft, please help me find Aaron. He still likes playing on his skateboard. Of course he would. He had a skateboard before he was taken. And has excellent balance and sometimes still rides horses. He's just started jumping small jumps, but we think he's losing interest and wants to chat with his friends more online or go to the park. Now, Aaron could be with his brother, Daniel, down at the farm with all the horses, do you know what I mean? And then chilling out after they finished on the farm, playing games. Aaron is very well behaved and polite, and he's very laid back. Faith is still exceptional in school. She's very bright. She's very, very bright and clever. It actually says it. She's very, very bright. Excelling in maths. She wants to learn new things and wants to help. She loves cooking at home. Her scrambled eggs are her best. Her favourite food are eggs, prawn and salad. Actually it was avocado on that as well. So she used to have the eggs and the salad with avocado. Whereas Aaron really loves curry, and the spicier the better. Their most favourite time of the year, this is going to make me mad, is Halloween. And they both like getting dressed up and attending parties and screaming a lot. I think the amount of fizzy drinks and sweets added to the excitement. What are you doing to my kids? One, we don't celebrate Halloween. And two, you don't give my children fizzy drinks and sweets. Last year, Faith was a Ghostbuster. She loves the film. And Aaron was Grim Reaper. Not sure what they're deciding to get dressed up as this year, but I'm sure it will be something gruesome. This is not the stuff a Christian mother wants to hear. We went on holiday to camp this year with their friends, and they really enjoyed themselves. I want every campsite in this UK locked down. I want to know every campsite. I want to know who owns every campsite. I want to know where every campsite is, because these people can't afford. They managed to pay their mortgage off with their letter, but they clearly can't afford to take my children off as this letter continues. So they go camping a lot here in the UK. I want to know every campsite. In fact, I want a Facebook page that literally has every UK campsite on it, and I want it logged onto that Facebook, and I want to have every campsite in the UK campsites on a Facebook page. I want to see them all. I want to know where they all are. I want to see everyone's photographs. I want to see everybody that goes to these camps. Faith loves going to theme parks, although she didn't like getting soaked on the log flume. I know where my kids go. Now, isn't it funny that I kept saying this year I wanted to go to Thorpe Park? Chesington, Thorpe Park are the only two with log flumes, Alton Towers. So yes, it looks like Mummy's videos are going to be done at every theme park around the UK, ready for next year. I will be at every theme park. I will know every owner of every theme park. I will position myself rightfully and correctly where I know my children will be. They made lots of new friends and learned lots of new skills, like how to start a fire, put up a tent, and build a shelter. Brilliant. They do that with us anyway. Aaron is very good at art and technology, always has been. I've told you he was a graffiti artist at the age of 2 and would like to do more when he goes to high school next year. I want to know every high school in Wales. Every high school. I want every high school in fucking North Wales. And actually, I want a nice little page to help people choose their options of the best high schools. I want to see every first day of school next year, high school photograph. In fact, I want to see in the papers every school leavers from primary school photograph. I want to see them all. He had a taster day at school and he would like to attend and is quite often confident about his choice. There are several good schools around, but we want to give him the choice of where he would like to go and feel happy in it. Yeah, he wants to go to his mum. He wants to come on the road with his mum. He wants to go skateboarding and he wants to tinker around on his technology, help him build mama apps. That's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. Faith would like to be a chef when she grows up, whereas Aaron would like to play and design video games or be a computer programmer. Faith went to Tenerife with her granny earlier this year and loved it. Why did Faith, you're not her granny, my mum's her granny, yeah? You ain't no granny to my kids. And I want to know why my daughter was taken off to Tenerife all by herself and come back a fucking lesbian. So Faith went to Tenerife with her granny early in the year and loved it. She made so much. So Tenerife, I want a page on Tenerife. I am assuming Granny owns a property over in Tenerife that she can take them off to and could maybe actually only afford to maybe take Faith. And maybe they did have a lovely time. But I don't like the way my daughters come back. Spent most of the day in the pool. So Granny has a villa. Granny has a villa in Tenerife. I want all the Googles. I want to see everything. I want to see it all. And I know Tenerife very well, been there 3 times. She's a very confident swimmer now. Was a very confident swimmer before she left. We used to go to David Lloyd's every week, along with Aaron. She came home looking very healthy. We're hoping to be able to afford a big holiday abroad in the next couple of years. Maybe I need a travel agent's site right now. Thompson's gone out, so why not? Not sure where to go, but somewhere where they can absorb culture. I think they may be going to France. What do you reckon? Do you reckon they might drive here and go and do camping in France? I think so. I think my kids are going to France this year. It's time that I get to know everybody down there and show the photographs of my children. And there will be somebody who texts me and goes, Kelly, they're here. Because people are going to start helping me and supporting me and being the eyes and ears to find my children. Because there are people who care. Faith is such a joy. She's so kind and loving. It's her mother's daughter. Doesn't get it from them, gets it from me. She has a very good heart, although she is turning into a bit of teenager now. Her favourite things are watching TV, playing on the trampoline, listening to music. Taylor Swift, Little Mix, and Michael Jackson are still her favourites, and many things. She's so creative. Taylor Swift and Little Minx, you're about to become my best mates. She also made a disco with a pop-up DJ set, all out of paper and card. But sadly, she has cut her hair short. Her choice. But she still has beautiful blonde hair and is very, very pretty, although refuses to wear any sort of girly clothes. She lives in her trainers and black leggings and football tops. We have a friend's wedding later this year. It's very formal. I think under that dress she'll be wearing her scruffy night trainers. Aaron, on the other hand, is very laid back. He loves his hoodie joggers, although won't make a fuss if he wears a shirt or tie. We will write again this year. From all of us, kiss. When I went through what I went through as a kid, I can show you the picture. I cut off my hair, I threw every girly thing away, and I put a Liverpool football top on and a pair of black leggings and Kappa trainers. And whenever you found me in any formal place, including my wedding day, I had a pair of trainers on, because I always felt that I had to run fast from somebody, and I always felt that I didn't want anyone to be able to pull my hair. I wanted it cut off, and I didn't want anybody to be able to get into my girly clothes. I wanted to strap myself up. And now my daughter's gone and done the same after going off alone to Tenerife. And she is very, very pretty. A very pretty, beautiful girl with a beautiful heart. And Aaron is a beautiful lad. I don't want this happening to other people. I don't want people knowing my pain. I don't want more families to know how I feel. I just want to curl up in Dean's lap and just hide away with it. We went and laid down with the boys and had a bit of a cuddle. They've been so good. They've been so good about today. Even they knew and recognised the letter. Do you know what's so great about all of this, though? Is today I said was going to be a breakthrough day. And do you know what? I'm not suppressing my hurt and my anger. I'm going to use it. I've had a great opportunity this week to get me into court with the phone call that went to try and stitch me up with the boys. And now my adoption letter's come through. And I want to fill out a C2 form and I want to go and see my kids. And they are confident and old enough to make a decision. And I want to start bringing my kids home. And if this film goes well, then straight away it's 50 grand and I get 10% of that. If Graham's estate is still there, it's millions and I get 10% of that. If his bonds are doing well, I get 10% of that. I get 10% of everything that I help Graham with. And that's what I do in work anyway. I've always helped people set up, and the basis has been that you pay 10% to Step Up Britain, which goes out to help other families get up on their feet. So apparently my car has sold, but apparently there's been a recall on Honda, so I don't know if I can sell it. My phone is completely fucked up. I can't video, take pictures live at all now. I can't cut and paste and put YouTube videos up. I can't get Word document up on this laptop. It's just not working. My little office is starting to come together though. My little office space. So I'm starting to get all the paperwork in, and I've got to file these letters. My social media really needs to start working now. So I really either need someone to take over Amber, or Amber to really understand how social media works now, because I've got to grow bigger, harder and faster than I've ever grown before, back to how we were in 2013, 14 and 15. I mean, we were smashing it on social media. All the tags were in place. Twitter was working. I don't go onto Twitter because obviously what's been going on with me and Dean. So this just goes straight through to Twitter. But I will start keeping all of my things open now. I've got to get my website up. Everything has to ring of exactly who I am and what I stand for. And it has to come on the basis that Aaron and Faith are searching me. Aaron and Faith are going to find me. They're the ones that need to be looking at this. They're the ones that are going, that's my mum. Yeah, I can't afford now for any trolls. Literally, you badmouth me, you're going to get blocked and gone, because my children are going to read this stuff. You know, you here to cause me any aggro, you're going to be gone, because you're not important to me over my children. That's it, you're gone. Anybody here calls me aggro, anyone posting shit and defamation, I'm going to file it over to the court and I'm going to get it removed. It's as simple as that. I'm here to protect my children. I'm here for my children. I'm not here for any of the parents. On a fact, I'm here for Aaron and Faith. I'm here to keep Elijah and Shiloh safe. I am here to restore my relationship that was broken with Liam and Daniel. Liam is here. Liam is here in Portsmouth. I got the most beautiful message yesterday of Liam to say, I am going to be the biggest, best son you have ever had, Mum. I am going to, he knows I don't like the word proud, he said, but I'm going to be a better man. I'm going to heal from this. I'm going to come through this, Mum. You know, and he really said, you know, this has broken us, but I'm going to come through it, Mum, I promise. You know, I'm going to be the father to my son. You know, it was the most beautiful, and he told me how much he loved me and how much he's here. You know, and I really need that right now. And I really hope that today for me and Dean is the start of us preparing for the life that we were meant to have. I hope so, because I absolutely love and adore Dean, and we've both had massive struggles. We've both had our lives taken from us. We've both had our careers taken from us, our livelihoods. We've both, you know, been absolutely smashed to smithereens with our talents and skills and family life. And, you know, and that again, through foster care, through social care, causing problems with us when we were kids yet again. You know, so please, like, I need people around me that when I fall are raising us back up. I don't need people going, I'm getting in a Dean, this, that. Just fuck off out my way, please. I don't want people encouraging me to be a single mother. I want people saying, you and Dean have been through a lot and it's going to be okay, Gelly, and you're going to come together. And we understand, you know, why it's been so difficult for you two coming from Downing Street, throwing into all of this, having everything taken for you. We get it. I don't need people pushing me in the wrong direction. I need people around me who are keeping my family, and my family is Dean, me, our kids. That's the two kids that we have in there, and it's the children that we have between us. You know, I think it's really funny that one of the kids that started to sort of gel with Elijah and Shiloh as we walk out the door, his name's Rocco. That's the name of their brother. That's the name of Dean's son, Rocco. Now, this isn't our Rocco, but this is just a Rocco, which says to me that the person who should be here with Elijah and Shiloh, playing on the skateboards with them, playing football with them, playing football games with them, is their brother Rocco. Rocco should be here. And Faith and India, yeah, should be walking the cat models together and going off to their film things together and playing their music. Faith probably little DJing in the corner while India is walking on the cat model, playing her music. Faith should be here with Dean with his music studio out, showing her how to play DJ and stuff like that, because she clearly likes to DJ and has her music. Yeah, Liam and Daniel should be here with Elijah and Shiloh with their skateboarding, encouraging them, because that's how family works. Family works by each and every person having different skills and tools that come together to formalize a real party. My children don't like Halloween. You clearly don't know my children. What my children like is celebrating. They love festivals. They love the glamour of the festivals. They like the fact that they get to put glitter all over them and throw loads of paint all over the place. They like the fact that they get to dance and have fun. It's not that they like Halloween. It's clear that the only thing that you are offering them as a party is Halloween. And now, very clearly, putting my daughter down a way when she's no longer a girly girl. Why? What have you done to my daughter? What have you done to my son that he's become so inside himself? My son, Aaron, is not somebody who just goes inside himself, sits in his isolated little world, and occasionally goes out on his skateboard. That is not my Aaron. My Aaron is the Aaron that stood on stage with Richard Branson going, I freaking rock. Yeah? My Aaron is the sort of person that you say to him if he gets upset about something and he's not 100% sure if he can do something. You say to him, when he says, I can't do this, you say, can't or not tried. He says, not tried. And then you tell him, well, you try until you do. And he goes and he gets on and does it. He's a kid who used to love running up and down the skateboard parks, flipping his scooters, flipping his skateboard, taking his BMX and his mountain bike out. And that was even by the age of 3. That's how well I know my children. All of my children have developed their personalities and characters before the ages of 5. Every single one of my children, I have been able to identify to you exactly who they are and what they're going to be and where I need to expand them branches of their trees. Their root is solid on Jesus Christ, and then they grow into who they are. I have always known. My son is artistic. He's a sprayer. That's what he does, graffiti. That's what he was into. He should be out with Dean, with Rocco. Yeah? Rocco, Aaron and Dean, with Liam. Perfect. 4 boys together. Yeah? 4 boys together. In fact, that's 5 boys together. Elijah Shiloh may like his spraying. I'm seeing today. Today, Shiloh has been going around with a paintbrush and carrying one of Dad's cans around, pretending to go over his lines on the things on the wall. You know, so maybe he likes that. But then don't forget, you know, we've got Paige and Naomi as well. Paige, funny enough, is doing law school. Maybe Paige should be here with me, working as my legal assistant, helping me put all this stuff together. And Naomi as well. Naomi would probably be amazing being out with her brothers right now. So Elijah and Shiloh, and I've been asked this question by another mum this week as well. She's had another baby. He's a year old. Social is still failing, even though her children are only on special guardianship. They're still failing for this baby to meet their other siblings. I am seeing too many children in foster care and in adoption being separated. I am lucky and I am blessed for this, that Aaron and Faith are together. Because not everybody's children are together. Most of these children have been separated. Most of these children have been alienated from the rest of their family. Granny, I give Granny something. I could never ever imagine my mum ever taking any of my kids off and going and doing something with them by themselves. So actually, hats off to you, Granny, that you're actually doing something with my kids. But if I find out that Granny is not Granny and my daughter's been shipped off the fucking Tenerife to go through something that she should not be going through, that is my fear right now. It is but a fear. But then my daughter has come back and cut her hair off and gone into a football and got rid of all of her girly stuff. Funny that, because that's what I did. And I bet you there is a lot of other people here who have been raped as kids that went and did, girls, yeah, that have gone and done the same thing. Cut their hair off and turned into a boy to protect themselves on the streets, because that's what we do. Hence why I live in masculine energy. Hence why I can be, you know, Kelly Johns sometimes, as Dean calls me. Yeah, if you come to me in a threatening way, you don't meet Kelly. Yeah, you meet Kelly's John personality, Kelly's alter ego that is a very boyish, very, you know, I'll defend you. I'll defend and stand up for myself, because that's what happens when you get pinned down and raped. You learn to fight back eventually. It's hope, not. But I am not liking the fact that my children are being taken, being that this is the big year. This Halloween is the big year. This Halloween is the biggest fucking sacrifice of children this year, whether you want to believe it or not. It is the biggest fucking sacrifice ritual going on in the fucking nations in the world. We've got Economy 7 heat and it's killing me and the kids here. They're coughing a bit. So anyway, it looks like Mama needs to set up some new businesses. And maybe Mama going to work up at Portsmouth Football Club, coaching the girls' pre-performance routines, might be a good idea, being that my daughter seems to be very much into football. I need people who are obsessed with Minecraft and Pokemon. I need to understand this stuff. I don't have time to sit and be in it, but I need to get it set up and have somebody working it for me until eventually I find Aaron on Minecraft or Pokemon. My children are old enough now for me to do this. My children are old enough now for me to create a spider's web of networks that make sure that they pull back and find me. I have to push away any person who wants to cause me any aggro or defamate or discriminate me in any way, shape or form, because it's Aaron and Faith that need to read this and find me. The only thing that matters to me is my family, and my family having the livelihood that they deserve. I want Dean in his own studio. That man deserves it. He has been absolutely abused and pushed from pillar to post. Yes, he can sometimes be his own worst enemy. Yes, the trauma has caused him some issues with working with people. Yes, he, has trust issues, and rightfully so. And at the end of the day, I'm his baby mama to his children, and he will always be in my life whatever happens. And whether or not Dean needs to go off and heal by himself, or whether or not he will do that within the family, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I need a home, and I need a real home for my children. I need a real home for my family. I need a real home to make sure that Aaron and Faith, if Aaron come and knocked on my door now, he's got a sofa bed, and do you know what I mean? And I can't have that. Aaron needs to be able to knock on my door and I go, it's your bedroom. Faith, there's your bedroom. India, there's your bedroom. Rocco, there's your bedroom. All Dean's children are Elijah and Shiloh's brothers and sisters. Yeah. And I will never, ever, ever separate that. Both Dean and I have had children with other families, but that doesn't separate that the kids are all brothers and sisters. And nobody has a right to separate that between them. And clearly, by the identity of Aaron and Faith, in line with the identity of Liam and Daniel, Elijah and Shiloh, it is very, very, very clear that all of this comes from my side. And what's quite funny is I've got a feeling that maybe Stephen probably would have been into skateboard and he just didn't stay. One of my kids is coming. Mommy. Hello, darling. Oh, you coming?
Yes.
Yes.
You want me?
Oh, I've got you both now, have I? Oh, we've got them both. Hello, you. Oh, my word. This is what I'm talking about. She's just literally, seriously, he's only just bloody woken up. I don't know how they do it, because... Are you going to show us? Oh! I'm going to shoot off, guys, but... Show us how you catch a ball. Catch. Catch. Get it. It's fine. Where's your ball gone? Where's it gone? There it is. Look. Shiloh. There it is. I can see your ball. I can see your ball. Are you ready? Are you ready? No? You coming for a cuddle? Oh, come here then, you. Anyway, guys, I'm going to shoot off. I'm going to go and just help. Oh, no. Hang on. You come. Doesn't matter. No. I'll catch you later, guys. My boys are up now. And thanks for being with me through that. Bye.